We've mapped Mars. We've photographed galaxies. We've sent machines past the edge of our solar system. But here on Earth, right under the waves, there's a place we barely know at all. Scientists now estimate something almost absurd. Humans have visually seen less than 0.001%. That tiny number is about the deep sea floor. Not explored, not understood, seen. And that tiny fraction covers a world. That world makes up about 66% of Earth's surface. Now, you might be thinking, wait, haven't we already mapped the ocean? Kind of. But here's the thing. Mapping and seeing are not the same. A map can tell you the shape of a room. It can't tell you what's moving in the corner. NOAA says that as of April 2026, about 28.7% of the global seafloor had been mapped. Those maps used modern, high-resolution methods. That's a huge achievement. But those maps are mostly about shape. Ridges, trenches, slopes, the bones of the planet. What this study looked at was different. It asked a much simpler question. How much of the deep seafloor have we actually seen with cameras? And the answer was almost nothing. The ocean covers about 70% of Earth. Its average depth is about 3,682 meters, deeper than 8 Empire State Buildings stacked underwater. And below 200 meters, sunlight starts losing the fight. In 2025, a team from Ocean Discovery League tried to put real numbers on that darkness. They gathered records from about 44,000 deep-sea dives, going all the way back to 1958. Different ships, different cameras, different countries. Almost 7 decades of humans sending machines down into the black. You'd expect the map to be full of little points of light by now. Nope. When they added it all up, the total area of deep seafloor humans had visually seen was small. It was roughly the size of Rhode Island. For the rest of the world, think of a small patch of land you could cross in a few hours by car. Now, place that against the entire deep ocean. That's our visual sample. A closet in a mansion, a postage stamp on a continent. And even that number might be generous. The researchers were honest about the limits. Some older records are incomplete, some private dives may not be included, some footage may sit in archives nobody has fully counted yet. But here's the part that makes it hard to shrug off. Even if the estimate were wrong by 10 times, humans would still have seen less than 0.01% of the deep sea floor. That's 1/100th of 1%. Imagine trying to understand an entire city by looking through one keyhole, then realizing the keyhole was smaller than you thought. And this isn't just empty mud. The deep ocean begins below about 200 meters, but it keeps going into canyons, plains, mountains, vents, coral gardens, and places no camera has ever touched. It holds animals we haven't named. It shapes climate. It stores carbon. It may hide chemicals that could become future medicines. And every time a camera drops down, it's not just filming scenery. It's opening one tiny window into the largest living space on Earth. Picture a scientist staring at a global map after all those dives are plotted. At first, it looks like progress. Dots across the sea, years of work, millions of dollars, famous research ships, robotic vehicles descending into darkness. Then you zoom out. The dots almost disappear, and that's when the real question changes. It's not just how much have we seen? It's this. Whose ocean have we been looking at? Because the problem isn't only that we've seen almost none of the deep seafloor, it's that the tiny part we've seen is badly uneven. More than 65% of those visual observations happened within 200 nautical miles of just 3 countries. Those countries were the United States, Japan, and New Zealand. And 5 countries produced 97% of all deep-sea visual records. Think about that. We're trying to understand the largest living space on Earth, but most of our view comes from places wealthy countries could reach with expensive ships and machines. It's like trying to understand all of humanity by filming a few rich neighborhoods, and then saying, this is what people are like. That doesn't mean the science is wrong. It means the picture is incomplete. Very incomplete. The deep ocean near one country may not look like the deep ocean near another. The animals can be different, the seafloor can be different, the chemistry can be different, even the threats can be different. So in 2026, Ocean Discovery League proposed a new target. That target was 10,000 carefully chosen observation points across the global deep seafloor. Not just more dives, Ed, better placed dives. The goal is simple. Stop peeking through the same few windows and start looking at the whole house. Because right now, we're making decisions about mining, climate, conservation, and resources. And we're making them with a map that still has most of its lights turned off. And honestly, that should scare us a little. So the next time someone says Earth has already been explored, picture the ocean floor, not the blue surface, not the satellite map, the real floor. The mountains no one has filmed, the plains no camera has crossed, the animals that may live their entire lives without ever passing through a human frame. We've seen Mars in stunning detail. We've looked billions of years into space. But on our own planet, below 200 meters, most of the world is still a black screen. And maybe that's the real lesson. The deep ocean isn't empty because we haven't found enough there. It's empty because we haven't looked. And if we've seen less than 0.001% of it, then the question isn't just what we'll discover next, it's what we might destroy before we ever turn the lights on.